A father built a robot to replace the son he lost. A companion, a comfort, a second chance. But what he created was more than a machine. Inside, it was something else. Something that could see, learn, and make its own choices. Even the choice to hunt. Let's dive in and unravel more. The film starts with a birthday party scene where a screaming woman appears and an old man is found with a knife stabbed in his throat. The woman flees and hides under a table. Then a child approaches the old man, wielding a stick, and hits him. The child then turns to the woman and hits her with the stick as well. Just then, someone shoots the child. Who is this child, and what's the story behind these people and the murders? We'll discover more as the story unfolds. 34 years later, an elderly man named Aiden enters a room and opens a box labeled Rob1n. Inside, he finds a photograph of the same boy who had committed the murders all those years ago. The photo, dated 1990, has Aiden and Rob1n inscribed beneath it, revealing the boy Rob1n as Aiden's son. After that, we see Aiden building a robot, and he looks delighted when it's complete. Just then, his cat, Smokey, appears, and Aiden gives it treats before leaving. In the next scene, Freya, Aiden's caretaker, is seen searching for the cat. As she looks around, she notices blood in the living room, where Robot is sitting with blood on his hands, revealing that he has killed the cat. The scene then shifts to a couple, Leo and Lexi, standing by the sea, who have been together for 5 years. Leo gives Lexi a book, and when she opens it, we see a ring inside. Leo proposes to Lexi, and she's overjoyed. However, their happiness is short-lived, as Leo soon receives a threatening message from a mysterious figure standing in the distance. Leo looks worried, and Lexi asks him about the person, but he brushes it off. Leo then tells Lexi about his uncle, Aiden, a former military man who, instead of adopting Leo after his parents' death, sent him to a care home, which was a difficult time for Leo. It's been 20 years since Leo and Aiden have seen each other, but now Leo decides to take Lexi to Oakwood to visit his uncle. They arrive at Oakwood, where Aiden warmly welcomes them. However, Aiden struggles to recognize Leo due to his impaired memory from a car accident 2 years prior. Despite this, Aiden invites them inside. As they enter, it feels like someone is watching Leo from the window. When Leo sits in the living room, he hears a noise and gets up to investigate. He finds a robot standing on the stairs, but when he opens the door, the robot vanishes, leaving behind only a ball. Later, during dinner, Lexi mentions her wedding, and Aiden suggests holding it at Oakwood, which delights Lexi, as she's fond of castles. Leo appears upset, and although Aiden doesn't seem to recall past issues, he apologizes to Leo nonetheless. After dinner, Leo approaches the robot, which is sitting nearby. Leo asks questions, and Aiden introduces him to Rob1n, a robot companion. Aiden invites them to experience something more exciting, despite Freya's attempts to intervene. Aiden takes Leo and Lexi outside the room and instructs Lexi to knock on the door 3 times, count to 3, and then open it. When she does, Rob1n is nowhere to be found, leaving Leo and Lexi puzzled. After Aiden bids them goodnight and Lexi leaves, Freya warns Leo about the supernatural experiences associated with the robot in this house. After that, Freya is talking to Aiden when Rob1n, standing outside, watches her. As Freya prepares to leave, she switches off the barn light and books a ride on her phone. However, the light suddenly flickers back on despite being switched off, and someone takes a knife from the cell. When Freya investigates, Rob1n suddenly appears and stabs her with the knife. The next morning, Aiden is moving restlessly, worried because Freya is late. Leo arrives and casually mentions Aiden's safe, which Aiden doesn't recall. According to Leo, his father had told him about the safe where Aiden kept his money. Aiden approaches Rob1n and notices blood on its face. He quietly takes Rob1n away. Then Aiden enters the room, angrily demanding to know what Rob1n did to Freya, and in a fit of rage, removes Rob1n's battery. However, as soon as Aiden leaves, the robot reboots without its battery. Meanwhile, Leo starts searching the house, and Rob1n watches him from the stairs. Leo receives another threatening message, warning that he'll be found. As Leo searches, the knife is removed from a side table in the room. Meanwhile, Lexi experiences sleep paralysis with Rob1n nearby. She suddenly screams, wakes up, and Leo rushes to her side, comforting her. In the morning, Aiden arrives at the library and finds Rob1n standing there. Aiden is astonished to see that Rob1n is functioning without its battery. Meanwhile, Leo and Lexi visit a castle with a wedding host, which is Lexi's dream. When Lexi notices Leo looking worried, she asks him what's bothering him. Leo tells Lexi about the robot he saw in the hallway, which had vanished. Later that night, Leo is seen searching the house again and enters the room where the wooden box is. As he investigates, he records a video on his phone. Suddenly, the box opens by itself, and Leo's attention is drawn to it. He finds toys and a shirt with the name Rob1n Rutherford on the collar. Feeling a presence, Leo tries to close the box, but as he does, he finds the robot Rob1n standing in front of him with its blue mechanical eyes glowing. Leo is terrified, but Aiden arrives just in time to calm him down. Aiden and Leo sit down together, and Leo tries to show Aiden the recorded video, but the file is corrupted, which is not surprising given the elusive nature of supernatural activity. Aiden reveals to Leo that he and his team used to create prototypes of robots that could feel and think, as seen throughout the movie. After his accident, Aiden created the robot Rob1n using old methods. Leo discovers that Aiden had a son named Rob1n, and the robot was made in his likeness because Aiden misses him dearly. Leo is surprised that Aiden never mentioned having a son before. Aiden explains that Rob1n was his son, born long before Leo. However, it's puzzling that Leo, Aiden's nephew, didn't know about Aiden's son, and it's also strange that Leo's father, who told him about Aiden's secret safe, didn't mention anything about Aiden's son. Strange. According to Aiden, some people claim that his house caught fire, resulting in the death of his family, while others say that Rob1n ran away from home and his mother couldn't cope with the loss, leading to her suicide. Aiden believes that his son's soul is trapped in the robot Rob1n, which he created. However, Aiden doesn't remember the circumstances of Rob1n's death. As seen at the beginning of the movie, Rob1n was shot, but by whom remains a mystery that will likely unfold later. The next morning, DCI Livingston and DS Farmer arrive to investigate Freya's disappearance. She had booked a ride, but the driver left after waiting. Aiden claims Freya isn't there, but the detectives are skeptical and continue questioning him. Aiden becomes rude, and the detectives leave. After they depart, a man named Sam sneaks into the barn searching for Freya. He finds her dead body in a cell covered in blood. Rob1n, the robot, is standing behind him. Sam is shocked to see Freya's dead body and tries to call 911, but Rob1n cuts a rope, causing a trap to fall on Sam, with a knife piercing his throat, killing him instantly. After that, Aiden questions the robot Rob1n about Freya again, and Leo secretly listens. Rob1n's response doesn't convince Aiden, and he leaves. After Aiden's departure, Leo enters and sees that Rob1n has written an answer, "No," on the table, using scissor. Leo's curiosity is piqued, and he starts searching for information about the Rutherford family on his laptop. He comes across an article asking if anyone knows what really happened to the Rutherford family from Oakwood. While checking the comments, Leo finds a mention by Peter Williams, who claims to have been present on the night of the massacre. Leo calls Peter, who initially tries to brush him off, but eventually reveals that Rob1n killed everyone on his 11th birthday, except for his father and Peter. Rob1n was close to his father, but his mother was cruel. At the end of the party, Rob1n was acting out, and his mother punished him by locking him in a cell. However, his father secretly freed him, but by then, Rob1n had changed. He made his victims suffer as he had suffered and killed them all. Peter reveals that Rob1n died that night, shot by his own father after killing his mother. As soon as Peter finishes speaking, Leo's laptop battery dies. Then Lexi bursts in, holding up Leo's phone with blackmailer Jay's threatening messages. Leo explains that he had debts he couldn't pay, and the amount multiplied with interest, reaching $50,000. Now Jay is blackmailing him. Lexi is frantic. Leo reveals his plan to Lexi. Uncle Aiden has nearly $500,000 in a safe, which Aiden has forgotten about. Leo plans to take the money and pay off Jay. Lexi finds it unacceptable for Leo to rob his own uncle, but Leo convinces her to go along with the plan, claiming it's all for her sake. Leo mixes pills into the coffee Lexi made for Aiden. Lexi gives Aiden the coffee. Just then, detectives DCI and DS return, but Aiden is under the influence of the pills and unable to respond. Leo and Lexi hear the knock but don't answer the door. When no one answers the door, the detectives head towards the barn. DS Farmer enters while DCI stays outside. As DS Farmer investigates, she hears a strange noise and finds the robot Rob1n standing there. She notes it as a false alarm to DCI and turns to leave, but the robot suddenly boots up. As she approaches it, the robot stabs her in the abdomen with a knife and attaches it to a live electrical source, causing an electric shock that kills DS Farmer instantly. Outside, DCI tries to communicate with DS but receives no response, prompting him to head towards the barn. Meanwhile, Leo and Lexi search the room but can't find the safe. Leo remembers the cell where Rob1n's mother used to punish him. Meanwhile, DCI Livingston enters the cell and finds DS's electrocuted body. The robot Rob1n stabs DCI from behind and then uses a blowtorch to burn his face. Cut to Leo and Lexi, where Leo searches Aiden's room while Lexi stands outside near the stairs. She hears the floor creak and calls out to Leo. They discover a hidden door under the carpet, and Rob1n is watching them from somewhere. Leo and Lexi proceed to the basement where they hear a noise. Lexi notices it, but Leo doesn't. When Lexi turns around, she's face to face with the robot Rob1n. Terrified, she runs down the stairs and hides behind a small door. She calls out to Leo, who's trying to break down the door between them. Meanwhile, Rob1n tries to stab Lexi with a knife, but Leo manages to break through the door, and Lexi escapes to his side. Lexi spots the safe, and they try to open it, but the code doesn't match. Leo remembers Rob1n's birthday, May 3rd, 1979, and tries it. The safe opens, but it's empty. Leo and Lexi are wondering. Maybe Leo's father gave him wrong information, or if Aiden withdrew the money before his accident. They are now worried about escaping. As they sit in silence, a knife suddenly stabs Lexi in the throat from behind. The robot Rob1n stands nearby. Leo grabs an iron rod and hits the robot's face, but the robot responds with a nearby glass shard, hitting Leo's head. Alas, Leo lost Lexi, the one he was trying to protect. After that, we see Leo tied up in the cell basement. When he regains consciousness and screams for help, Rob1n reminds him that screaming is pointless, just like he used to do when his mother locked him in this cell. Rob1n's mother believed that being trapped in this cell all night was a fitting punishment for a lying boy. What's surprising is that Rob1n hasn't killed Leo yet. According to Rob1n, it depends on Leo's lies. Rob1n questions Leo about why he's here, and Leo claims it's to patch things up with his uncle Aiden. Rob1n doesn't believe him and fires a nail gun into Leo's arm. Leo continues to lie, and Rob1n fires another nail into his hand. Finally, Leo admits that he came for the money. Rob1n asks about his identity, and Leo claims to be Aiden's nephew. Rob1n fires a nail into Leo's leg, believing he's an imposter. There's a big revelation. Leo isn't Aiden's nephew. The nephew's name is Max. Leo was actually the groundskeeper here 6 years ago and overheard Aiden talking about not trusting banks and keeping his money in a safe. After losing his job and learning about Aiden's accident and memory loss, Leo posed as Aiden's nephew to patch things up and get the money. This was Leo's biggest mistake. Now, Leo tries to talk his way out and remove the nails from his hands while Rob1n points the nail gun at his forehead. Leo manages to untie himself and attacks Rob1n, taking control of the nail gun. However, before Leo can destroy Rob1n, Aiden arrives and shoots Leo. Aiden then recovers the robot and welcomes it back as his son Rob1n, marking the end of the movie. The ending is quite twisted and dark, highlighting Aiden's complex relationship with the robot and his willingness to prioritize it over human life. Thanks for watching. If you like this thrilling recap, hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.